Hi there, this is the Divine Miss Mikki. How are you all today? Yes, there's Leo. He does this cute little sleep where he buries his face in his paws. So it's really quite cute. I thought, I better let you know. If you do hear a little bit of music in the background, I'm playing a healing frequency because I've had rather an allergic reaction. It was the reason why I didn't actually record last night. Yes, it was an early night. Eyes itching, not a good look at all. So anyway, funny I should talk about that because the subject I wanted to talk about today is people pleasing. Hands up, who has done people pleasing? Yeah, I'm guilty of it. I've done it. I had to learn the hard way. So, what is people pleasing? Well, people pleasing is where you do things for other people because if you do it, you'll be liked, or you'll be loved, or you'll be accepted. You'll get their approval. Are you making promises that you know you can't keep, that is beyond your reach, just because you want them to be happy with you, to think that you're doing good, and then it backfires? It's not worth it. You know, this is one of the things with people pleasing. It actually is a form of dishonesty because you're not being your true, authentic self. You're trying to keep everyone else happy, and that is not your responsibility, by the way. But you're trying to keep everyone else happy because if everyone else is happy, then they're going to like you and you're going to be good. The problem is people pleasers tend not to be good because their own needs are seldom met. Sure, you know, people like them and show acceptance, but is it because of who they are, who you are, or is it because of what you're doing for that person? What happens if you don't do anything? What happens if you have a bad day? Yeah, think about it. What happens? Now, people pleasing is not the same as helping others. There is a difference, and it all comes down to the motivation. Now, if you're doing things for other people because you really want to help them, you really want to help them if they're having difficulties, if they're broken down by the side of the road, you know, their car's broken down and you can help them in some way, and it's purely because you want to help, that's not people pleasing. But if you're doing something so that you can feel better, so that you're going to be liked, you're going to be loved, you're going to be approved, you're going to be accepted, then is that the right way? Is your motivation in the right direction? It's something to think about, you know, because often people who do people pleasing, they put their own needs aside. I'm going with what everyone else wants because that will make them happy with me. That means that I'm going to be really liked. I'm going to be loved because I'm not making waves. I'm keeping everyone happy. But you have forgotten one person. Yourself. So why do you do it? Well, sometimes it's because we worry about what people think about us, what others believe about us, what others say about us. Doesn't matter. Think about it. Does it matter, really, in the scheme of things? what they think about you, what they say about you, what they believe about you, as long as you know the truth. Yeah, sure, it's hurtful. Sure. Just like when someone, someone does something and their motivation is in the wrong direction, and you sort of go, well, wow, why did you do that? That there's repercussions whichever way you go, except by being honest, by being your genuine self. Because how can that be a bad thing? If you're being your genuine self, it can't be a bad thing. Unless you're a real asshole, and then, okay, that's different. We've met a few of them, haven't we? So anyway, let's have a think. Does it matter what people say about you? If they're telling the truth, no, it doesn't matter, but you can maybe learn from it. Does it matter what others believe about you? It's their belief. That's up to them. It's their choice. Does it matter what other people say? That's a grey area, because yes, sometimes it does matter. If what they say can cause you harm, whether it be in your job, with your family, with your loved ones, yeah, that does matter. But you also don't have to let it control you. Simply stand strong in your truth and say, hey, no, that's not true. That's not right. That's not how it is. And that's one thing that people pleasers don't do. They don't stand strong in their truth. And then when they try to backtrack and backpedal and try and find a way so that they're still going to be liked, even though they've been caught out, it just makes it worse. Just be yourself. Now, what do we gain by being ourselves? What do we gain by not letting what others think of us matter? What do we gain by not letting what others believe about us matter? What do we gain about what people say? I'm not talking about things that are derogatory to our life. I'm talking about, just little petty gossip, that sort of stuff. But what does it matter? Our power lies in not letting it matter. It's an interesting one, isn't it? We have the power to say, that's your belief. It's not who I am, but that's your belief. I'm cool. If you want to think that about me, that's your choice. I can't tell you to think otherwise. And you're sitting in your power. You're sitting in your power by not letting it control your emotions. Now, sometimes it's hard. Oh, yeah, we've all been around that person that really gets on your nerves. I do a bit of growling sometimes. But we know what that's like. And sometimes your only way is to step back and say, no, enough. And that's where you're valuing yourself. Because a people pleaser needs to learn to please themselves. It doesn't mean that you don't give a stuff about anyone else. That's not what it's about. It doesn't mean that you're selfish. It doesn't mean that you've got an overinflated ego. It just means that you value yourself enough to say, I will do for others, I will also do for myself. I will look after myself as much as I will look after others. If I'm not happy doing something for someone else, then I won't do it, because that's not staying true to myself, being your authentic self. You're the best version of yourself, because you're the only version of yourself. Even if you've got doppelgangers all over the world, they're all going to be different in their way. So you be yourself. Stop pleasing. So again, how many hands? Who's done it? Who's people pleased? Can you put your hand up, please? I know that you've done it. That's better. By the way, I like your hairstyle. It's really good. Looks good on you. Oh, I just gave a compliment, didn't I? Is that people pleasing? Depends on the motivation, doesn't it? Because a compliment can be to make the person feel good, because that's all you want to do. And as long as it's honest. False flattery is not a good thing. But if you're saying something really nice, like, wow, that shirt looks really good on you. What have you done with your hair? That's really cool. They're good things. But if you are saying compliments, if you are giving that encouragement for the sake of making yourself better, putting yourself on a pedestal, making yourself loved and liked, and is your motivation coming from the right area? It's just things to think about. Now, in saying that, that does not mean that we don't say nice things about others. In fact, we need to do more. We need to do more for each other. You know, just today I was noticing just how much society has lost its way. Everything is motivated by what we can gain from everyone else. It's not very community. Well, in my eyes, it's not community. Community is people coming together and helping each other in times of need, and celebrating and doing all that together, but also living your own life. That balance. So there's some things to think about. It's only going to be a quickie tonight because I'm still working through the allergy. My eyes are still a little bit sore, but I've got some allergy music playing. I tell you, healing frequencies on YouTube, they're really good. You find what works for you. I've had some neck problems, and I found some for working on the neck. I have some favourites like Sound Healers, Ninad, Good Vibes, Frequency Heals, Bioresonance, which is, most of it is just the frequency, so it's a little bit tough to take, but it works. There's one they've got for histamine intolerance, which is a problem I have, and I don't even have to take my tablets anymore. I just put that on within a couple of goes. Just be prepared, it starts off very low, and then suddenly you get like a siren sound and you're going, whoa, quick, turn the sound down. But it works. So, and that's what you want. What's some of the other ones? Jesus, there's a few that I use, and I'm finding new ones all the time. Sound Healers has actually become one of my favourites at the moment, because they've even got a tarot one that is so cool. So on that, I'm going to say see you later. Please comment. I love seeing your comments, even if it takes a while for me to get back to you. Remember, I've got a video in regards with readings. Please comment asking a question on that video, or on any video, you know, because I'll put them all together. Or email me. It's in my About section, the email. You know, let's get this happening. Why not? You know, it's fun. And You haven't seen her for a while. You've seen Leo. Leo's always here. Hang on a sec. Yes. Everyone likes Skittles. Are you going to say hello? She's going. Do I have to do? Are you going to say hello? Yes, she's not one much for cuddles. She never has been. Hey? But she does love attention. She's so tiny, but she's got the loudest purr. Hey, you going to say hello? Okay. Or if you're purring at the moment. Okay. Here you go, darling. I've got them both here. He's going to get the poops soon because she got the attention and not him. Yeah, it's a bit like that. Okay, so on that note, I can't think of anything else at the moment, but just normal because I just wing it. You might see me read a little bit of a note, but then I just go, whatever comes out. So, I hope you're all staying safe. Warm if you're in the northern hemisphere. Cooler. Oh, by the way, if someone out there sent us a little bit of coolness to Queensland, you have done wonders. Please say some prayers for the people of southeast Queensland now, who have just been through flash flooding. Northern Queensland and central west Queensland are still dealing with the effects of flooding from cyclones. It's been a very odd season because we're in an El Nino and we've had 2 cyclones cross the coast. That is not normal. That hasn't happened in recorded history. So we're in an interesting world. So be kind to yourself. Remember that. Be kind to yourself. Look after yourself, because how can you look after anyone else if you're not looking after yourself? I learned that the hard way. So be kind to others too. Show compassion. Do a random act of kindness. It feels so good to put a smile on someone's dial. It really does. And on that note, I'm going to bid you adieu. I'm going to say bye-bye. This time for real. And we'll catch you again. Bye for now. Bye.